Not long before I moved to Topeka, I was working as a chaplain in the Sam Rayburn Memorial Veterans Center. It was a nursing home unit, veterans nursing home unit, very well run, super facility with tremendous people. I really enjoyed my 6 years time there. I remember a conversation one time on Ash Wednesday with a resident who had the ash cross on their forehead. They didn't know why it was there. They couldn't explain why it was there. And I just thought at the time, of how vain it is to just practice things for no reason, to do things just because that's the tradition. There's not always a reason behind what we do, but there is sometimes some really great value in some of the traditions that we've cast aside in Christianity. And one of those might be approaching Lent and thinking about things from a different perspective. I wanted to ask you to join me as Tom and I have thought about how can we lead our church to approach Lent in a healthy way, in a way that actually means something. Think about it like this. Jesus made sure to clarify and to communicate that the Christian life is a dying to live kind of life, that we lose our lives to find our lives. We give something up in order to gain something greater. And so one way to think about Lent this Easter season, as you approach it, as you approach Easter, Good Friday and Easter, is what could you give up as a way of gaining? What's one thing that you could surrender during this month as we approach Easter? What's one thing that you could surrender and you give up for God that would help you to gain more of Jesus? I'm not talking about necessarily just giving up chocolate so you'll be healthier, but could you give something up so that every time you wanted it and you rejected your body's desire to have it or your will to have it, that it would remind you that you have Jesus and that you can pursue and find what you need in Jesus? That's really the heart of Lent. So I want to ask you to join us to think of something, and let's not make it a legalistic thing. Let's not make it something that we just do because we asked you to do it or as a church are doing it. Do it for a reason. Remember, we are a dying to live kind of people. The kingdom of God is about losing your life in order to find your life. But if you find your life, if you secure your own good, you never find what real life really is. So maybe you can give up a habit, a practice, a TV show, social media, a food that's not good for you, or a food that you enjoy, only, not to impress God, but only to remind you that everything you need, everything I need, is in Jesus. Let's find that as we are a dying to live people, and we do that together. God bless you. Let's approach Easter with joy and not just with mindless religiosity.